Welcome, everyone, to this edition of Talented Universe on this 23rd day of October in 2025. I have my co-host Marcia with me. Marcia, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great. It's, getting to be cool weather, getting to be fall, loving it.
It's always good. Marcia, do you want to go ahead and introduce our special guest today?
Sure, I am really happy to introduce Scott Travis to everyone. Hi, Scott. How
How
are
you
you
doing?
today? Now I'm in Florida, Northeast Florida.
Los
Michael's
Angeles.
in Maryland area, and you are
Los
in
Angeles.
Los
Well,
Angeles.
at the moment, I'm in Santa Monica, but I live in Los Angeles.
Okay. And I particularly had a lot of fun researching you because you have been in the business for more than a couple of years, but
hmm
you came to verticals, which is probably what most people are watching this for, kind of later in your career, because you started off in the business side.
Yeah, I started off doing production accounting for a commercial production house
Hmm.
years and years and years ago. I used to work for Hilton Corporate, and then I left there and I went to this production house. At the time, it was on Hollywood Center Studios um, in here in Los Angeles, and I just worked from there doing production accounting. I was head of production accounting for Warner Brothers for a while, and then their finance department moved to India, and then I left and started my own production company and kind of went from there.
Hmm.
But I was near the close to the beginning of the verticals filming here. Verticals have been around for a while in China. They've been around for like 10 years.
Yes.
Um, but they started here in the U.S. I believe it was year before last. I believe it's the
2023, I think.
Yeah.
2023.
Yeah.
I did my first vertical of January 2024. And not a lot of them in 2024, but in 2025, hello, we're at 62 now. So yeah, I've done 62 verticals. So I've enjoyed entertainment for 30 years.
Hmm. So, but now your journey toward acting is even more interesting because of your familial relationships.
Yeah. I did production accounting for so many years, and when I left, as I said, I did commercials. I filmed the commercials for colognes for my production company, and then my stepmother, she's Kathy Garver. She played Cissy on Family Affair
Yeah.
from the 60s and 70s. Her and I bumped heads and wanted to do a parody of Family Affair now, and it ended up not being a parody. It ended up being like a series, which we did. And she was the one that said, Scott, if you're going to get in front of the camera, you got to get used to being in front of the camera, because I never liked getting my picture taken or anything. I didn't like being in front of a camera. When I was a little kid, I was Mr. Energetic. Mr. Everything, exuberance. I couldn't not be in front of the camera. And then I got older and I was like, no more. And then I became more like my father, kind of like on the sidelines. And then she said, you got to do something. You got to get used to being in front of the camera. So I joined Central Casting and I did some background work. And I kind of got the bug, and I started submitting for things. And I started getting them, which was kind of shocking. But then I started taking acting classes, and then verticals came around. I mean, I've done quite a bit before verticals, and then verticals came around, and it's just been boom. I mean, I've been constantly working. It's like I hardly ever have a day off, it seems like. Go figure.
And you told us before that you have done an astronomical number of verticals at this point.
As of yesterday, I did my 62nd vertical.
That is insane.
I know. I started it in 2024, as I said, in January. I went from the very first one I did background for, and then I started getting day players and supportings, and pretty much everything I do is supporting nowadays. I've gotten some supporting leads. We're working on the lead, but being my age, we usually want 21-year-olds for the leads. But I've done supporting out of all of those 62.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and you've got, I'm looking, and even on your IMDb, you have maybe a dozen upcoming that haven't even.
yeah. There's probably about 15 that I have not even that aren't even up yet.
Wow.
Yeah. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love it. The scripts, but hey, it's fun. They're fun. They're fun to do.
So what do you like about verticals?
Okay. So when I was a kid, I was known as the latchkey child. I'm sure you know what that is.
Oh, yeah.
I had a little key wrapped around my neck. I mean, hell, I was walking to preschool by myself. And then after school, I'd let myself in. I watched TV all day long. TV was the thing. I loved watching TV.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask me any question about the 70s, 80s, some 60s, but or 90s, I could tell you every TV show that was on the network, everyone. And I've seen everyone. I love TV. And my big thing was in the 80s. The 80s was my decade. Dynasty, Knots Landing.
Oh, yeah.
Those were my shows. I mean, those were my shows. And I've seen every episode at least 10, 20 times. So that's what I love about these verticals is that it's very, very 80s Dynasty. They really are. Some of it can be a little outrageous, but it's for the most part, it's like every episode, there's like a little bit of a cliffhanger on every single one. They're fun to do. I don't know how I feel about hitting people, like, the fake hitting people, but they're just fun. They're dramatic. They're really dramatic.
Yes, they are.
Over dramatic.
It's fun to watch yourself be dramatic because I'm not like that. I mean, I'm not like mean, and because I've been typecast as the villain, which is not a problem because I like being villain. But seeing myself as a villain is just kind of like, whoa, I'm not used to that. So, but I love the soap opera-ness about it. I wrote a pilot called Maxwell Hills, which is very Dynasty, which is hopefully we're going to be producing sometime the beginning of next year. And it's like this, but it's actually a real soap. So yeah, I just love the soap opera-ness about it. They're great. They're fun. They're just fun to play with. And the other actors, they're fun to work with. And it's just a great atmosphere sometimes, most of the time.
And Michael, I know there's some couple of questions in
the
chat.
There's a couple of questions in the chat room. Let me go to those. Appreciate Talent asks, as an older actor, have you found verticals are starting to pair age-appropriate leads to a larger degree?
That one's kind of a hard one. In the beginning, somebody of my age, there was no parts on these verticals. It's like they were having fathers who were like in their early 30s, fathering a 20-year-old who's a CEO of a company. But I think as they've grown more and they're more enjoyed by the U.S., you start seeing more and more age-appropriate parts. I've seen very, very, I shouldn't say I haven't, I have. I've seen a few, and that's a few lead roles of somebody in their, late 40s, early 50s. But for the most part, the leads are always 20s. But they are starting to bring in more adult, my age, actors for certain roles. Hence me, I've done 62. So, so I think that they're becoming more age appropriate now. I think they're realizing it. I think the people that are watching these are more people that are in the older sense. When I say older sense, I'm like 30s and above are watching these, not the 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the 20-year-olds have time, to be honest with you. But yeah, so I think that the roles are becoming more age appropriate, and they have started new verticals of people of my age. There's not many of them, but they are there.
I think it just depends on how their metrics work.
Yeah.
And if they will do more. I'm sure that's all the thing that they're going to.
I think just give it a little time, and I think there'll be more like lead roles of people my age or what have you. But yeah, I mean, they're getting into different genres now. You know,
yes.
In the beginning it was just CEO
or billionaire.
CEO billionaires. You know, now they've gotten into vampires, werewolves. They have gay ones now.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a few like my husband is a silver fox, I think is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
That are getting into more age appropriate, and it just depends on how their as you said, their matrix works, what's working and what's not.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know what that matrix is. I wish I did. If I did,
they don't say. They just they'll refer to it. I know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I know for a fact a production company that I know, a friend of mine owns it, and they did 3 verticals with name vertical actors. I wasn't in one of them, but name vertical actors. The storyline was great. I mean, I even read 2 of the scripts, and I thought they were wonderful, but they all bombed. And it didn't really tell you how or why they bombed, but it's just they just didn't get the views. So then they reverted back to the old style. Yeah,
which is a shame, because it would be nice to have some different things. And I know some others have tried. We've had a few people on that said they're trying to work on some horror ones.
Yeah.
Not just vampire, werewolf, just
horror ones. Yeah.
And other things, and some sci-fi stuff, and some,
yeah,
other things like that. And so this question kind of relates to that. Arc54 asked, what was your reaction when you got the Money Robot and the 4th of July script that saw it was a rip from Iron Man? Are you a sci-fi, especially Marvel and DC work fan?
Actually, I'm not.
Okay.
So, I'm old school when it comes to I'm old school when it comes to superheroes. We're talking Superman's, Batman, Wonder Woman, that back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder Twin powers activate, that kind of thing. But no, I didn't know it was a takeoff from Iron Man. That's kind of funny. I love the role that I did. I played the father, and the VIP father of my son was the guy who played my son is outrageously crazy. He was so funny, and half the time he didn't even know this. He didn't know the script, so he kind of like improv, which was even better because I'm telling you, if you watch this thing and you look at me and you're like, does he look like he's about to laugh? Because I'm the whole time I'm like, I'm about to bust up laughing because he's so hilarious. I don't know why he hasn't done like thousands of them, because he's so funny. But yeah, it was. I didn't know it was a ripoff of Iron Man, but that's.
Well, now you know.
Oh yeah, you could hear the rip across the screen. It was.
That is interesting. I'm gonna have to watch Iron Man now. I never watched it, but I guess I will have to now.
That is so true. I mean, sometimes you don't know. Pamela Costa Miller, hope I said that right. I had the privilege of seeing Love Is Just Love that you were in, wrote and directed, I believe. Great short film, by the way. Do you plan on working on more of your own productions?
No, Pam got to see Love Is Just Love, huh? That was a great film. It's a short film. I had it in the Palm Springs International Film Festival.
Just recently, wasn't it?
Yeah, recently. They won Audience Choice. I love doing that film. I love doing that film. Do I plan on doing more of my own? Yes, definitely. I have 2 more shorts in the works that I want to start filming as soon as possible. One series that I've already written, it's done, which is that's what I really want to start filming very soon. And I actually have 7 verticals written.
Now goes my question.
Yep, completed scripts. I have 7 verticals that I want to start pitching to some of the apps. I don't really want anybody else to have them, but but Drama Box or Real Short Max.
Well, there's plenty of them out there nowadays.
There are plenty of them out there, and a lot of production companies. But I've got 7. I mean, 3 on the top of that 7 list that I think that would be outrageous and would blow everything out of the water because it hasn't been done yet. So
even better.
Yeah. So I'm still pitching those. Hopefully somebody will pick them up and we'll go from there.
Well,
and no, I'm not the star of any of them. I might have a role, but I'm not.
Okay, that answers that Pamela's question then. So
I'm not the lead, but I will be in it.
You'll be in it. Okay. And then this is the last, and then I'm going to go back to Marsha.
Okay.
Keith Jennings said, "Good to see you being interviewed, Scott."
Thanks, Keith. I appreciate that.
Okay, Marsha, back to you.
Well, I love to put a coin in the Wayback Machine. Okay.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get my memory hat on because I'm not going to remember everything.
Yeah, she has lots of those little coins that she puts in, just to warn.
Not a problem. I'll tell you anything. I'm an open book.
Okay. One of the first things I saw you in was actually a music video.
Oh my God! Did you see that?
Mountain Girl with Judy
Oh my
Tenuta.
God, Mountain Girl. That was a very good friend of mine, Judy. A very good, very, 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 very dear friend of mine. God rest her soul. She's no longer with us due to cancer. Judy Tenuta.
Yes.
And I met her. I'll give you a little story. It's so hilarious. I met her in San Francisco about 25, 26 years ago. And I was sitting in the front row of her show. I loved her. I thought she was hilarious. Her and her little accordion. I thought it was wonderful. And I just reached back to get my wallet for something. And she goes, "Excuse me, Blondie, where are you going?" I'm like, "Nowhere. I'm just getting my wallet." "Okay, you better sit there and shut up then." And it was, I was like all scared. I don't go anywhere. And afterwards, she came up to me and she said, "Thank you so much for not like freaking out when I was having fun with you." I'm like, "Not a problem." She goes, "Why don't you come on back?" And so I went backstage with her. And we chatted for a while. We went out for a drink afterwards. And then, I didn't really see her again for, I think it was 20 years later. And I bumped into her at an event at the Hollywood Museum here in Hollywood. And it's just like we started all over again. And I walked up behind her and I'm like, "Hey, where's Blondie?" And she turned her head and looked at me. She goes, "Blondie!" And we just started talking. And she asked me to be in the music video. And it was the most hilarious thing I've ever worked on in my life. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, it's called Mountain Girl. God rest her soul.
Yes,
she's hilarious. She was so funny. So funny.
It's worth watching if you haven't seen it. It is.
That's a memory that now I wish I didn't bring it up. She was phenomenal. I loved her so much.
So do you have a singing voice?
I used to sing. Yes, I used to sing a long time ago. I still do once in a while, but nothing anybody could watch. Let's put it that way. But yes, I still do sing once in a while.
And okay, we're going to bring a little forward now. And you also.
How forward? Are you being forward with me? Are you being forward with me?
He is, yes.
Being absolutely forward. We had Michael Vaccaro on the show.
Yes, Michael and I go way back.
Yes, and you were in Child of the 70s.
Yes, I was.
When he was on the show. And I went back and I thought, I think you were in that.
I played a doctor in Child of the 70s, the last season. I produced the last season. And so, Michael Vaccaro and I go way back. We actually done 2 verticals together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You've done so many. I have to sort through.
I think one of the ones it's just me or something like that. Oh my God, all the names merged together at one point. Yeah, her and I have done 2 together.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael's a great actor, and he's fun to work with.
And didn't you do a fragrance with him also?
Yes, I did. One of the things
Yeah.
I started my production company, and I was doing commercials. One of the things that I had is I had a business on the side where I made fragrances for celebrities. So I made a fragrance for him. We filmed his commercial. I believe it's on my website too. And and he had, yep, that would be correct.
So were you involved in the actual production of the
Oh, I created it myself.
You did?
Yes. He told me what he wanted, and I put it together. And I'm very good at that for some weird ass reason. I've got my grandmother's nose, her Greek nose. See? So it's like whatever somebody smells times it by 10. That's usually what I smell. So I can pick and choose any fragrance and what's in it. So yeah, I created them with Michael's help, of course, and then
that's interesting, because I'm also a certified aromatherapist, so I'm very interested in, when I read about the some of the essences that you used, and in that particular fragrance, it was bergamot and fir and a couple of other things I saw. And I
remember he wanted it to smell like amaretto.
Amaretto.
Yeah. So it was called Proteus.
Distinctive.
Yeah.
And is it still around, or is it?
I have since closed my fragrance company.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still there. I only have certain clients that I work for. I do it for. But yeah, you could probably still get it by contacting me. I still have some left.
Yeah. And you still have your special nose for fragrances, right?
Yeah, I do. I love aromatherapy. There's a studio downtown LA where I go to, and you pay a certain amount of money and you kind of like create your own scents with their materials, with their ingredients. And I've created like 12 fragrances.
Wow. This might interest you. I worked with a woman who had a special sense of as well, and she was one of the few people who was able to go in Cleopatra's tomb, and she wasn't able to touch anything, but she just got the essence of it, and she created a line of fragrances that were based upon her experiences in Cleopatra's tomb. And I'll talk to you off air about that. You might be interested in that.
I'd love to talk to you about it.
She's gone now. She's passed on, but she left an interesting legacy there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds exciting. Cleopatra's tomb.
Yeah. Interesting. But I have to say, I know I want to go back to Michael, but I saw a picture of you, and I think it was on your Instagram, of you at San Diego Comic-Con, I believe.
Yes.
In 2002. Well, that's like my second home, because I produce panels at conventions and things like that. And I was at San Diego Comic-Con in 2022 as well. So were you there for your production company? Or
No. I was there for my stepmother. She played the voice of Firestar in Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I was down there for her. I've done a lot of cons with her. And just going to support her and help her out or whatever. Yeah.
Was that your first experience at San Diego Comic-Con?
Actually, it was the very first time I ever went to San Diego Comic-Con. It was actually really, very fun and exciting. I got to walk around and see everything, and it was interesting. I've never seen that side of anything before. It was cool.
Boy, if I had known she was there, I would have made my way to her panel. That would have been.
I remember she was upstairs. That's all I remember.
Probably in sales in that big open space up there where, yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael, I'm going to go back to you. I've got more.
Well, I figured you would, but I wanted to throw a couple more questions out here.
Yeah.
Appreciates Talent says, what about Mama's Family type comedy vertical? That would be cool to see on air. Would you be interested in writing that?
Well, appreciates talent. I will say that yes, I've already done one.
Well, there you go.
That's one of the three. That's one of the
That's
three.
one of the three top ones you were
Yes, that's
saying.
one of my top three. It is kind of like Mama's Family. It's like a cross between Mama's Family and Married with Children.
Oh my.
So it's actually very, very funny. And I think that when it gets produced, people are going to love it. Are going to absolutely love it.
Well, I'll ask you
hilarious.
something on top of that. Did you have any actors in mind to play your characters when you were writing it, or
I always do.
You always do.
I always do. I always have. I should say, having a face to the character, not necessarily they'll be acting that character, but
right.
I need a face to see, like, is that person really going to say that? Would she really say that? I mean, there's been like certain people. There's one great actress, soap operas. She's done soap operas. She's done some of the vampire movies. Her name's Carolyn Hennessy, and amazing actress. She's an amazing actress. And in Maxwell Hills, I created the villainous aunt exactly like her. So certain people, like my stepmother has, I use her face for one of my characters for one of the verticals. Some of my friends who are actors, I always have to have a face to create the character. Otherwise, it
doesn't work.
Generalized, and I don't like a generalized character. I want it specific. So, yeah, I have one character on one of these verticals. She'll never do it, even though she's my friend. She'll never do it because it's a vertical. But her name is Kate Linder. She's been on Young and the Restless for
yeah. I watch Young and the Restless, so she's been on for
46 years, I think it is. 46.
At least, and a flight attendant.
And a flight attendant for United.
Yes.
Her and I have been good friends for a long time. I have a character that I wrote specifically with her in mind, and never know. One day maybe she'll do it, but I don't know. But it's certain characters I have, like Carolyn and Kate, my stepmother. I even have one written for like Michael Vaccaro. It's just, you need a face. Like a friend of mine, Pam. She is. I use kind of like her sense, a personality for this one character that I wrote. Mm-hmm. And I use friends of mine that I think that'll work. The character would be perfect as. So yes, I use certain people, friends, other actors that I know as the characters that I write.
That is
definitely
that makes total sense.
Mm.
Well,
here's the only way I could do it. It's the only way I could do it. Otherwise, it would just be a generalized character, and I can't make the character funny. You know, when you're writing something, you're like, okay, no, wait. Ooh, would she really say that?
Yeah.
And I'm like visualizing her saying it out of her. No, let's change that. And then I reword it exactly the way she would say it. And it makes it a lot easier. The way that I write is the way people speak. So they work. It works. Let's just say it works.
There you go. And Concerned Citizens Animal Rescue said Scott is a very talented actor and a wonderful animal rescuer. We love him dearly.
That would be my friend Elizabeth. Thank you, Elizabeth. I help. Elizabeth has an animal rescue, and I'm on the board of the animal rescue. So I have seven dogs.
I was going to say, you told us before we went on air.
Right there. I have 7 dogs. 3 are up for adoption if anyone wants to adopt one. But yeah, so we run the rescue together, and she's quite wonderful. She is an animal, an animal rescuer beyond an animal rescuer. She's got like 17 dogs.
Oh, that's a lot.
A few
Yeah.
cats. So, yeah, 7 dogs in a 2-bedroom condo that I might add.
Oh.
But they're happy as can be, and I love my dogs. I love them. If it wasn't for them, I don't know where I'd be today. That way.
Well, let's go, Marsha. I'll go back to you.
Well, I want to know what kind of dogs they are.
Well, okay, so let's see. Shelby is a border collie pit. Sammie is the 2 oldest dogs. Sammie just turned 7. She is a German Shepherd Rottie.
Ooh.
Frankie is a Terrier mix. Buddy is a Chihuahua Jack Russell Dachshund mix. Cutest dog in the world. Can I even show you a picture of him?
Oh, absolutely. If you
Cutest dog in the world.
up.
And but just promise me you don't laugh at his ears, okay? I call him half Bugs Bunny.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
my God. We
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah, we get now it went away. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. He's got huge ears. I mean, huge ears. He kind of grew into his ears. That's Buddy. And then I have Bobo, who is the terrier, wire terrier mix. And then I have the 2 twins, the girls. That's Sadie and Rose. I named them after my favorite characters of my favorite movie of all time. And they're Pug Jack Russells.
Pug Jack Russells. Wow.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite movie of all time?
You're going to laugh at me. Okay, so I'm a very, 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 very Bette Midler fan. I love Bette Midler. She's like phenomenal. She's like box office money. Anything she's in will make lots of money.
Yeah.
She was in a movie called Big Business with Lily Tomlin.
Yes.
And she played twins, 2 sets of twins that got mixed up. And Sadie and Rose were the twins' names. And one was the evil villainess who ran a company, and the other one was the wispy person. And then the other twins were country bumpkins. So it's my favorite movie. I'm sorry, I just love that movie so much. It makes me laugh. I'll watch the movie coming back from Northern California driving. I'll just have it on my phone, sitting there and watching it. I love it so much.
Bette Midler is aces with me. I'm originally from New York City, and so I used to go to as much off Broadway, and Broadway when I could. And I saw Bette Midler in an off-Broadway musical called Salvation years and years ago. She did the album for it, and I could tell that she was going to be a huge star by just.
She's phenomenal. She's phenomenal. I saw her in concert in Vegas years ago. I mean, she's done Outrageous Fortune, Big Business, Ruthless People. Love that movie too.
Yeah.
I mean, she made kind of mediocre scripts into blockbusters just by being her. She's great. Yeah. I would give anything to have her in one of my films. Anything.
Yeah. And going back to your crew of dogs, you have they're all so different.
They are. The problem I kind of have is that, and Elizabeth, my rescue partner, can confirm this. I guess you could say I'm a failure when it comes to fosters, because whether I have them for 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, whatever, I fall in love with these dogs. And all my dogs that I have right now, I'm totally in love with. It will be very, very hard for me to separate myself from them. Like I have a person coming over tomorrow morning to possibly adopt one of the twins. And it's so hard. It's like a piece of my heart leaves me every single time. And I've had like probably 300 puppies go through my condo in the last 6 years.
Wow.
So
that's a lot.
It's it's a lot. I'm surprised I have a heart left. Because they take so much out of me, but I love every second of it. Wow. Sometimes I like them better than people. I love my dogs.
Yeah.
You can have a dog vertical?
I will tell you this: there's not a dog vertical, but in every single one of my films that I have filmed, and in every vertical, there's always a dog or two, and the ones that I have filmed already has my dogs in them. One of the commercials I did for one of my colognes has my two dogs. Another one has my other two dogs. I did a film called Mother Doesn't Know Best, and Frankie and Buddy are in that one. So yeah, I kind of put my dogs into the films.
Well, that's great. That's great, and I'm sure they love that. And I'll just throw this up and interrupt Marcia, but Concerned Citizens Animal Rescue said he cries every time they get adopted.
Oh, Elizabeth, stop! I do not. Yes, I do. Every single time one gets adopted, I walk away and there's tears coming down my face. Every single time. Yes, it's true. I will admit that. Thanks for that, Elizabeth. Embarrass me.
You don't. Okay, I'm taking over, Marcia. You don't go there and try to sway these potential adopters not to adopt your dog, do you?
Just once.
Just once. Once I talked this woman out of the dog because I didn't want to get rid of him, and that was Buddy, whom I still have on my dad, and that's been like 3 years now. And I talked her into another dog we had, and they have been very happy ever since. Well, that's good. That's good.
Yes, but it's hard for me to do that, but 7 dogs is 7 dogs. So it is difficult having 7 dogs under one roof, but I persevere. I do. And it is hard for me to adopt them out, but when they have to be adopted, they have to be adopted. Except for Buddy. I could not part with Buddy. Buddy's the one with the ears. Mm-hmm. And she was starting to walk away with him, and he kept looking back at me and whining. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry. And I took the dog back. So, yeah.
There you go.
Okay, I'll give it back to Marcia.
Well, I wanted to talk a little bit more about Aunt Cissy, which I had watched before I even knew that you were going to be on the show, which, and I have to give a shout out to Patricia Darbo, who I'm a Seinfeld freak.
I love my Patricia. Patricia is my Patricia. I love her to death. She's not only a great actress, but she's a good friend.
Is she?
Yeah. When my father died, she was the first person that texted me and said, "I heard about your father. I'm sorry. If you need anything at all, let me know." She's a good friend and a very good person and a great actress. She really is.
And she is one of those actresses that you've seen, but you don't realize how many things that she may have been in over the years.
Oh, you would be shocked.
And I went and looked at her.
You would be shocked. I mean, she did, and I didn't know she did this. She did a commercial. I can't remember what commercial it was for. I remember she was doing somebody's hair in a barber shop. And I was like, Patricia, she did that? I did not even know. But she's been in a lot. She's one of those character actresses that you can count on that she will knock it out of the park.
Mm-hmm. And I mentioned the Seinfeld episode where I don't know if you've seen, but I watch Seinfeld all the time. And she plays it. She's in an episode called The Revenge, where George tries to get revenge on his boss, and she plays an important part of that. But
I never saw that one.
Yeah, she is. She's been on so many things. So
and soap operas.
And thank you for including her in Aunt Cissy.
Oh, let me tell you, when after Aunt Cissy was written, the two best friend characters, her and Renee Lawless, that's who I wrote the characters as. And I asked them to do it. And Kate was in that also.
Yes.
Kate played my mother's agent.
Yes.
And then Renee and Patricia were her best friends. And Renee Lawless, another great actress. She was in the Have and the Have-Nots. It was a Tyler Perry series on the Oprah Winfrey Network at one time. And she was flawless. She's just flawless. She's flawless. Both of them are. All three of them are. You know, I love my Kate Linder. I love my Patricia Darbo, and I love my Renee Knowles. Like, what can I say?
And for Scott Travis roles, I saw on your reel you played a psycho landlord.
Oh, you saw that? Is that
which
on there?
Which had
still?
me rolling.
Is that still on there?
Yes, it is.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so embarrassed now.
So tell me more about that.
That's on my old reel. Good. That was actually an audition that I did for the Psycho Landlord, and didn't get it, but I had so much fun playing that. I mean, I loved it. That was fun. I'm telling you, psycho, villain, that's me. That's me. So I'm playing a drunk father on this week. Which is going to be a very stretch for me since I don't drink, and I'm going to have to really act, but it's going to be really fun.
I'm getting back to your verticals. The titles of verticals can be so outrageous.
Beyond outrageous. I mean, okay, I'll give you an example. Oh God, I hope they don't kill me for this one. So I did this one vertical. I thought it was great, written really well. I was fourth on the call sheet. I played the father. I'm sorry, I played the villainous uncle. And the name was Break But Not Break Up. And I liked the title. I thought it was great. When it came out, it came out as The Lover in the Wheelchair Who Could Not Escape.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Believe it or not, that's what they changed it to, which I'm very surprised. But I will say this for them. That if you do Google just wheelchair, it comes up. So
I figured
they did a good job.
I figured out why they have these outrageous names, because that's what it does. It takes you right to the title. And
I did one, and I thought the title was very odd, but let me tell you, it went viral. I mean, viral. I was getting DMs from Europe, from China, from New York, Florida, people I've never met before. You know, it was kind of weird, but it was called The Real Heiress and the Fake Queen Bee.
Yes.
And let me tell you, I do not know who does their marketing, but whoever does their marketing, I want them. I want them on my team all the time, because that thing went through the roof.
Wow.
When it first came out. I mean, through the roof. Every time I opened my phone, there it was. I'd open somebody else's phone, there it was. It was everywhere. I was kind of popular. I kind of like that. But that went crazy viral. It really did. So I guess it's up to the marketing and what works and what doesn't.
Yeah. And there's another title that My Vampire Husband Wants to Bite Me.
My vampire husband who bit me like 6 times or something like that.
Wants to bite me every night.
That was interesting. The woman at my supermarket still calls me the Duke.
The Duke, yes.
The Duke, because I played the Duke.
Yes, you play the Duke.
That my vampire husband wants to bite me every night. That's hilarious. Yeah, I know some of these names are outrageous. It's funny.
So how do you keep track?
It really is funny.
How do you keep track of all these verticals that you do? All these.
Okay, so as I told you, I used to do production accounting. So my best friend is Excel. I have them all listed. I have every one of my films I've ever done listed, mainly because I want to see, when I get paid and all that stuff. So it also gives me a list of all of the titles of all of the films and all the production companies and casting agents and everything. So I kind of created my own database, I guess you could say. That's how I keep track of everything.
Mm-hmm. And do you watch every role after you?
No. I think I've watched maybe, and I think I'm exaggerating too when I say 10.
Oh wow.
I've been in so many, but I I think I've seen 10.
Well, you're missing it.
I mean, there's another one I did I really liked that was called the Virgin Stripper and the Hockey Star. Now, that one I had a lot of fun with. I was the hockey star's father, who was a senator, and I was evil, I was mean, I was a villain. I loved it. I absolutely love that one. You got to write that one down, Marsha, because you got to watch that one. That one is great. It's so great. I did another one called, and it just came out too, and it's getting a lot of views. It's called Giving Birth, Getting Divorced.
I think I did see that one.
Originally, it was the day I gave birth was the day I got divorced, but it's now giving birth and then getting divorced. I had an excellent co-star who was my daughter in it, Tiffany Alford, and she is phenomenal. I call her the queen of verticals. She's so great. She's been in so many, and she's a great actress. And there's one scene where I'm kicking her out of my life. I guess you could say. The rain is coming down on us, and I'm kind of yelling at her, and she's just saying, "I'm going to go with my husband, Rory." And she walks. She's just a really good actress. It was a very emotional scene. She made me cry. Every time she cried, I cried. Oh. So it was really good and ended really nicely. I really liked how it ended. So.
Oh, back to you, Michael.
Yeah. Just a closing question. You kind of have answered it, but I like to ask people this. When they've done their first vertical and they tell their friends that they've done a vertical drama or their family, and they give you that look of what the heck are you talking about?
Yeah.
How did you answer them of what a vertical is?
Very easily, because I actually just did it today. I'm over at my friend's studio, as I said earlier, and his friend came over and he didn't know what verticals were. And I said, the soap operas that you see on your reel on your phone? That's vertical. Anything that's a vertical film that you see on your phone, it's like soap operas. And he's like, oh, yeah, I've seen those. But they don't know that they're called vertical.
They don't know what they don't know that. Yeah.
So I just pretty much say it's a soap operas you see on your phone. Yeah. And I'll
very
tell
simple, very simple.
It's I don't know how long verticals are going to last, if it's going to be the new thing or what. But I'll tell you, it's there's 20 verticals going on a day.
Oh, I know.
Being filmed a day.
I mean, I'll tell you this, Scott, when I first saw my first vertical, it was last year in like October. And I didn't know what it was. And I just went, what is this? And
you probably thought, oh, this is stupid.
No,
Exactly.
I sadly
come on, tell the truth.
No, I actually got hooked into it very fast because I do like soap operas. So.
The first one I saw, I was like, oh, this is so dumb. I'm not going to watch this. And then what happened? I got booked on one the next week.
Yeah, well, of course, that was because you said that. That's all.
And I personally, I think, I don't want to say I got addicted to them, because I don't. I do have subscriptions with, Drama Box and Good Shorts and Short Max, but and that's mainly because, I can watch my movies on those too.
Well,
but,
exactly. Yeah.
But some of them can get addicting. I've watched a few that I was like, okay, I got to keep going. I got to find out what happens. Even though I know in my head what's going to happen. I have to see it. So yeah, they can become very addicting. It's just like Dynasty in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Every Wednesday night, there I was waiting for the next one.
Yeah, I know. And that's the way it was. But I mean, as I said, but I saw my first one in October. I started looking around to find people to be on the podcast. And the first person
you've had a few of my friends on the podcast too.
Yes, but I got my first one and he said he'd do it. And then he goes, oh, I can't do it now. And this was right at the beginning of November of last year. And he goes, I just got booked for 2 verticals in China. And I went, what?
Yep.
I mean, that was my first. I went, what? And he goes, I could probably do it just before Christmas. And
that's the next best thing.
Yeah.
because I believe it's because of the tariffs on international films, and because it's becoming more and more expensive to film them here. Instead of flying crews out here, they're flying the actors to China. So I mean, I'm actually up right now for 3 verticals in China.
Cool.
And if I get them, will I go to China? Hell yes. Free trip, China. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's been on with us twice.
Who is that?
His name is Daniel Yangma. He's from Australia.
Daniel has gone to China.
Uh-oh.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He was just in China recently.
Oh. Well, I'm telling you, the big production company in China is Narval.
Mm-hmm.
They're the big ones that are bringing everybody to China. So I'm up for 3 of them. So keep your fingers crossed.
Well, and he also told us, he said that we said, so you get to see the same city. He says, no, they fly. I've been to different cities every single time that I've had a vertical. And I just went, wow.
But the bad thing about China is, and I don't know if I should be saying this or not, but China has no labor laws.
I know. Yeah.
So, 16-hour days.
They work you to death.
They work you to death. I'm not complaining because I would work to that. I'd work 24/7 if I had to.
Mm-hmm.
But you get back to the hotel late at night. You get up really early in the morning because there's like an hour-and-a-half drive to set.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very strenuous day. But every single person I've talked to, except for one, said the trip was phenomenal, and they would do it again if they could.
Yeah.
My friend Nevin, he's becoming very big in verticals, has been to China like 5 times. And he loves it. He'll keep going to China every single time if you could. But so that's the big thing now, taking the actors to China, filming there, and then flying them home.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I hope
I hope you get one, at least one.
Yeah, at least one. I want to go to China. Free trip. Ooh.
Yeah.
And do something I've never done, which I think would be really fun to actually film in China, having their culture and all that. Mm-hmm. And I'm a very, very big person when it comes to boba. I love boba. Boba and I are like best friends. And so in China, oh my God, I'd be having like 10 a day. It's great. I would love going to China. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
There you go. Marsha, do you have any closing remarks?
Well, I'm just going to say thank you for joining us. This time has flown by.
It has flown by. I couldn't believe it.
And
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Right?
I had no clue. I 4:54. Oh,
yeah.
Great. I thought we only like
15, 20 minutes, maybe?
I thought we were like 30 minutes, maybe. Oh my gosh.
And
that's great.
Almost an hour.
And I think that maybe the next time you go to a Comic-Con, you'll be the guest and Kathy will be your assistant.
That would be funny. That'd be funny. I doubt it would happen.
We might be able to arrange that. You never know.
Panels for Comic-Con, so
that would be really funny. I doubt it would happen, but that would be funny.
But thank you so much. It's been a delight. I've really enjoyed
Thank you for inviting me. I've had a great time. I've really enjoyed myself.
Well, Scott, we'd love to have you back if you've got
Anytime.
new projects, or if you do get to go to China, you can tell us how it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I will. Anytime you want me on, I will be on. That would be great.
Thank you.
We would love to have you again. And I mean that. I mean that.
And I mean it too. I will make time for you.
Yeah, you can try to top our vertical actor that has been on the most with us, which is 3.
Who's that?
Eric Gilmet.
Why do I know that name?
He's huge, and he's
huge.
I think I know who he is. I think I know. I have. I've probably done something with him. 62.
You probably have.
Yeah, and
he with everybody.
His last when he came on with us, he had just written a poetry book, and so he wanted to talk about his poetry book. Yeah, so he's
cool.
So that's been fun. But anyway, let's see. And appreciate. Let me write. Okay, last things I'm going to throw stuff here. Art 54. When you were talking about your dog Buddy, Buddy is your buddy.
Oh
Here's my Dixie.
And there's Dixie.
There's Dixie. Hi, Dixie Doo. No. Hi, Dixie Doo. Isn't he cute? Ain't she cute?
Oh,
She's just
gorgeous.
adorable. She is adorable. Absolutely adorable.
And Keith says, nice interview, Scott. Great job, Scott from Concerned Citizens for the
Thanks,
rescue.
Steve.
But anyway, thank you for coming. We really
Thanks,
do want to have you
everybody in
again.
the chat
Thanks,
room.
everybody. We will see you
Anytime.
next time.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Have a good
Bye.
night.